After a long day of working the fields, he decides to sit down, relax a bit. Bryan had worked his fingers to the bone, day in and day out, never stopping. Bryan was always the type of boy to not cease unless he has finished whatever job that has been instilled upon him. Soon after a few sips of the well's water, he's back to work. But not to the fields, no, to his father's workshop. Ever since he was a mere child, he was always amazed by the magical items that his father so diligently produced. Picking up his saw along with a bucket of nails, he begins to work on his project. It's been a total of 7 months since he started such a crude endeavor. Finally, he's upon victory's throat. Just a few more hours of hard work and his dreams will inevitably come to fruition. Suddenly, he hears the cry of what can only be his mother. Vigorously gripping his saw, he makes his way to the place of suspicion, the barn. Once making it to the front gate of the building, he pauses for a moment. Fear stops him, but not for long. Overcoming his emotion, he barges into the small red house. His mother, who now hangs on the edge of a rope, her body, which was so full of passion and life, now lays limp in death. Gazing with empty eyes, his father waits for a similar demise. The undead are warranting such corrupt justice. With his father's dying breath, he shouts for him to run. But how could he? Slowly, the killers head towards the last living blood of the battle-born household. Paralyzed by fear and the realization of his parents' death, he tries to move. But to no benefit, he's lost. The will to live has been so cleanly pulled out from under his legs he can no longer tell the difference of sky from earth and earth from sky. Just as all hope seems lost, a traveling knight, with so entrancing of qualities, forces her way through the door. With a swift blade and tainted heart, she disposes of the vulgar beings. Panting and out of breath, she lends her hand to Bryan, who meets it with eager anticipation. "Who are you?" he asks, only to be met with a quick-shot glare. She mouths something, but he can't quite hear her. The world turns black as he's on the brink of a faint. But right before his vision blurs, he's able to make out one word: Maria. The next morning, he wakes up on a bed of dirt. Slowly, he forces his legs under him and takes a look around. Everything seems to be coming back to him, like any last hope that it was all a dream has finally been blown away by the forest wind. After hearing a crack of a branch, he turns around. It was her, the girl who saved his life. They talked for a bit, shared stories of their childhood, conveyed sympathy for each other's lives. But above all else, they decided to make a pact. Neither of them longer had a home to go back to, or even arms to be embraced by. They were alone, but it didn't quite feel alone. Maybe it was the sound of her laugh, or her always outgoing optimistic personality. Whatever the case, Bryan was not completely abandoned.